Hello, hello, welcome to my channel, Goddess of Light 1111. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning subscribers, welcome back. So, this is not a reading, this is just a quick, I'm still here. So, just a quick messages for those of you that have been listening to me. This is not not a long story, as always. But before I begin, I would like to say thank you to God, to the Most High God, my Heavenly Father, the one true God, the only living God, the beginning and the end, and the one that will never die. So I want to give him thanks and his glory and to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so beyond grateful and so beyond thankful to see another day. So I'm grateful for that. In the name of Jesus, our Lord Savior, I say thank you. May God be continuously be glorified and magnified. So hey guys, there's three of you and on the channel. So I'm thankful. I just wanna come in here, uh first and foremost. I've been, since I start my channel, I've been in YouTube for quite a bit, off and on, due to, whatever this toxic situation, that went on in my life that started in 2021. But, this had been a blessing in my life. This is, I had nothing against, nobody or, no one in YouTube. I do not blame, anyone to why that my channel is not being viewed, to what I'm in the car, it's kind of dark a little bit, so bear with me. And we are at the full moon, so the moon is not out yet. But I just, uh when we go through stuff, the first thing we're looking at, okay, I've been thinking like, okay, what have I done, while I've been in my channel, because that they aren't let it, you know they aren't let it my channel view when it's come to what I've been going through. So I have to remind myself, okay, this is about me, but it's not because of me why it's not being viewed or anything like that. I had to take that with a grain of salt. So I don't know how to hold anything against, they, YouTube or anything. It's just that it doesn't make any sense to why my channel is not being viewed, because I was told it was just that, oh, because no one is not interested in, in the topic that I spoke about, which is I'm okay with that, because I feel like if you are trying to bring awarenesses from things, daily life that's going on in others, in other people's life, I think like it shouldn't be where there was like, okay, we cannot let you view. So it just telling me that, what I'm saying is valuable, and I'm not asking for nobody's permission, and I'm not asking for nobody to pat me in the back, and I'm not asking for nobody to, value, you know, um, show me that I'm worthy or value or anything. So I just, trust in what's going on in my life. And it's not something that, that I made up, because most of the time people say, oh, a lot of people say, oh, you have mental issue. That's the first thing, and if I'm talking about that, that I can help other people that's going through these things, that's been, went through this, the one that, stay alive long enough and stuff, that battle with this, 444 I just saw in the clock, that's actually fought back and survived. This is just a blessing and stuff like that. So I felt like, others should be able to view these message and stuff like that, to have some type of understanding how can they, what they can do if something like that occurs, so that way they know how to deal with it, they know how to, what they need to do. Because I don't think God just say, okay, Natasha, I'm gonna give you this assignment, but the only thing he forgot to mention is that there's going to be, challenges where people, like, can see or heard what's going on in your life. But that's what I say, I give God the glories for all of that. But what you guys miss, and a lot of these things that been happening, is, someone is trying very hard. Somebody is working with a high priestess. So I don't know who these energies or entities are, okay? And I also see 555. I don't know who these entities, deities, whomever, these energies are, that someone has been working with an energies where, so it's kind of like planting in attachment to someone body. 611 in the clock. Someone is planting an energy into somebody body, to make them feel trapped, stuck, or, and then at the same time they will turn around and say, oh, it's your karma, to make, and then to make them wait for, or hoping, or for other people to do, like, one, you have like certain people that do certain thing, have somebody being stuck while the other is doing work on them and stuff like that, to get to the point of, where if they go through enough pain in their lives, they'll either commit suicide, be depressed, and I talk about these things over, I talk about these things over and over, where people are actually go through this mental illness or and stuff like that, for someone to come in towards them with some type of relationship. 711 I saw again. So let me give you guys, there's 8 of you in here. Let me give you guys probably the worst thing that will be detrimental to a lot of brothers, to a lot of sisters, to a lot of children, young men, young women. No matter how what's the age you are, it will be detrimental to, to people. Okay, because the reason, like I say, is these things that I spoke about, it has nothing to do with mental illness. Matter of fact, I am good. Whatever that I am and stuff like that. I cook, I clean, I exercise. I am in a perfect. I sit, I meditate, I pray multiple times a day, even if to just say thank you to God. Okay, even if to say how grateful I am that I've done all of these things. You know, it's not like I don't need, to be, because I know, like, once people do certain things and stuff like that, people say, oh, you need to go to this doctor and that. You can do this by yourself. You can do this for yourself. But I have a good things that I want to telling you guys, okay? And like I said, this will be detrimental to, the life that's going on. There was, certain, people, they, and I'm not taking a shot at nobody. This is what had been happening in my life, where people do sex magic. They send the energies inside, they send the energy towards you. Okay, you will feel like, somebody's literally try to want to be with you sexually. Let, for me, stuff like that is sending some type of energy to steal from my sacral chakra. Okay, and this is probably the one of the saddest, dumbest thing that I ever, happened, for someone to try to do these things, sending energies, like, to try to steal from your sacral chakra. you know and I can telling you that there is a lot of, there is a lot of women, and I'm not taking shot at anybody. I am a woman too. I will never want something like that to happen to anybody. Like I said, what's happening in my life. And, some of these things that happening is that, you have one person, that one person is, you know attracted to a lot of women. They might be having a lot of sexual encounter, 10 and the clock. They might have a lot of sexual encounter with multiple women. So, I mean, that who did, who does these things, right? So these women will feel like, this person is taking care of, they might be taking care of. I've been getting that download so long ago, but to a point and stuff like that, I'm like, I don't even know what to say or what not to say in YouTube no more, because nobody cares and stuff, or to hurt the message. But I can telling you guys, like, this person, whatever this, I'm not gonna even refer them as a person. I'm gonna say these entities, they have uh, having sexual encounter with multiple women and stuff. But the thing is that they need these women specimen for financial gain. Okay, they need these, and some of these women that is like they claim, as they, claim allegedly, they might be say they are earth angel, or they might say they have a gifts, and all of this and stuff like that. Somebody is using these women to be having money, because when they're having sexual encounter with these people, with these men and stuff like that, they're not having sex with these men, they're having sex with the devil. They having sex with the devil. So they having sex with the devil. So now the devil is rewarding this person to be high ranking in whatever they are doing, to have some type of, high rank, whether it's money, whether it's, and that's where the addictions come from. So, and then for these women, because they might be living the good life, they're having this, that, and a third. And so I'm not even gonna go into the details. I'm just telling you what will be detrimental to our lives. And it's not just happening to just women. This, whomever these type of individuals are or entities are, they might be even attracted to, to even men and stuff, they're, because they're getting money. Female might be doing that to men, and men might be doing that to women too. But they are literally like using our sisters and brothers and stuff like that, feeding the devil and stuff like that, because they're not having sexual encounter with a man or a woman, they're having sex with the devil. Okay, because this is somebody, I feel like these entities have contract, with people and stuff like that, to have certain amount, if it's not fame, it's money, or to having the lavish lifestyle they wanted to. Okay, that's the energy that that's the download that I was getting. So it's not about, man, if you guys doesn't want me to speak, there was so many download, there's so many things that I heard, there's so many things. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to let nobody try to telling me, oh, you cannot speak, you cannot do this. Like I say, I have made it a point, the same way you say that you're gonna stalking me, following me everywhere I go, I'm going to speak, because you have freedom, I have freedom, you know. And this is, I can sitting be scared, being afraid, and and again, I keep saying this. I don't know who these people that try to think like that. I know their husband. I used to drove Uber. Okay, I used to drove Uber. You meet a lot of people, but not for the reason people think. So actually, you might even call somebody. I feel like some people making a lot of story as they go and things like that. This doesn't bother me. Again, I do not need anybody to try to give me a pat in the back to telling me that, how amazing that I am, or how great that I am, because I know, I'm not a saint, but I'm not a criminal. I'm not a thief. I'm not a murderer. I am not a whore. You know, I am who God say I am. I am who God say I am. I try not to, um, you know, I've been young and I'm grown, and by me, listening to God, I've been blessed. I've been blessed because you guys, a lot of things, people try to think like they know about me, try to make up things as they go and stuff like that, you know. Even like I say, like if anybody had come towards me, they had the chance to come towards me, they said to talk to me like, and like a human being, a face to face, let's we have a conversation, let's talk, and things like that, instead just going about and then you know try to do underhanded stuff. Because like I say, you know I have been followed, now, for since 2021. That was May 2021 when I remember. But still today, and nobody still hasn't say anything. Again, nobody ever come to me and said that, oh, you did that in the third. I haven't received any letters. You did that in the third. They try to create burden by, flying high, do all of these things. I'm okay with that. The same way you say you got power, you got free will, so do I. I'm not going to start speaking when you put my life in danger for something that I didn't do. If I had did something and stuff like that, all you had to do is come in after me and stuff like that. I will take responsibility for that. That's what I say. I will move myself. Whatever the situation that started in 2021, I am, I am, I am, which is I manifest this to remove myself from this toxic situation, to let it close out, so to open, so I can have a new, whatever that new, because every time God closed this cycle, you guys open it and stuff like that, because people want to see if I'm saying something wrong, if I'm gonna do something wrong and stuff like that, for nonsense. When all they had to do is, to speak with me like a human being. All they had to do is talk to me instead of making lies, manipulation and stuff. You guys doesn't understand. I try. I am one of those people, you know, like I say, I am not I am not my fake friend. I am not my fake family. I am not my fake parents. But I'm not going to try to go and try to lie about, what I don't know. If I don't know my families, I don't know physically they are involved, I'm not going to involve them in this, because I don't know, what they say. How am I supposed to say they are involved? If I don't know my children involved in stuff, I listen to everybody, everything. There's a lot of things that happen in my life. But, when this is a one-sided situation, I did not have to go through this. I did not have to keep going through this. Every places that I go, I become unbalanced. But when it's come to like having a place to stay, it's become unbalanced for me. But when it's come to anything else, I am very, and I'm honored, I am blessed to say that, I can say that I'm balanced to that. Being an earth angel and stuff, that does not mean you just go and fly away, fly your wing and do whatever you want to. In regard to God, I am very respectful of my heavenly Father. And my fear is that God judge me for some small mistake that I made. And I tried to work in that square box that I was being giving, after that I went through so many things in my life. But for somebody to be so wicked, so devilish, for somebody to so evil, to want to place some energy that's called the devil, that call the devil, on someone body and stuff like that, just so they can do and control, or my controlling can watch what the person is doing, so they can keep the person from moving forward, so they can, like I say, I don't care, they can bring in the whole underworld. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm gonna be like, excuse me, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna telling them, excuse me, because at this point, let me tell you, people have done so many negative things to me and stuff like that. I have no fear. I will tell them that, move out the way. If you're gonna do something, do it. But if you're not, stop, move out the way. Because I'm not afraid of no devil, because the devil know its place. I am playing. I'm not one of those people and stuff like that. Like I say, I am not a sellout. I know where God is in my life. If God took me today, if God decided to took my life today, the devil, there ain't nobody gonna take anything from me. My spirit, the God gave me, will go back to God. My soul will go back to God, because you have to know when to say no. You have to say when to say yes. I have not said yes to anything. Anything that has been done to me is through magic. And still today, I'm not getting like a single answer from nobody to say, my sister, I know what happened to you. You know, Natasha, I know what happened to you. Nobody, but you have people that come in everywhere that I am. Everywhere that I am. They are not only just, they decided to either recording me, or they decide to go sit. Some people sitting in their car doing magic and stuff. Let me tell you, as an earth angel, it's so easy for me to pick up on these things. So easy, so easy to pick up on these things. You have people coming where I am, they're sitting in the parking lot doing magic. And then you're keeping a cycle open. You're keeping a toxic cycle open. What have I done to you? Nothing. Do I know you? Nope. I don't know you from here or there. I'm, I wait on God. I wait on God for my own personal reason. Nobody gonna stop me from talking. Nobody gonna stop me from speaking my mind, because I spoke about what happened to me. I do not gossiping about other people. And I felt like, you know, that's what I say. Okay, then there was nothing in here. God asked me to bring awareness to a situation, I did. So now I can move away from the situation without looking back. I can, without, but that does not mean that I forget. I forgive, but that does not mean I forget. Let me repeat that again. I forgive, but that does not mean I forget. Because I stated the same statement. If I was guilty, if I have done something at this point and stuff, at this point in this situation, people pull string. If I was one of those people and stuff like that, that was, try to gossiping and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure every exes that I know will be under investigation. Everybody that I know will be under investigation. Everybody that I know will be under investigation. This is not my life. This is not my cup of tea. God asking me to raise awareness about what's going on. What now? What is going on now? What will be going on before Jesus our Lord's return? before our Jesus return. These things and stuff like that, it's a thing. The only reason I mention relationship, because this happened after an ex of mine asking me to be in a polyamorous relationship, and I said no. After he asked me to be in a polyamorous relationship, my life turned upside down. That was the only things that I know. I don't believe that, anyone should tell, the money, whatever they are using and stuff like that, just because that I say no and stuff. Someone was like, well, you need to go on her back. You need to go hold on her back. You need to go making sure she feel the wrath of my devil. They ain't got nothing to do with me, because I am not part of your group, and I will not participate in your occult, in your cult, in your secrets, whatever you guys going on, because no mean no. Why do I need to keep saying the same thing? Why do I keep saying the same thing? It's okay. I have there is so many things that I can do in this lifetime. But God said, okay, if that's I'm pretty sure he was already know, but he was like, okay, you want to go that route? It bring me closer to Jesus. It bring me closer to God. It's also bring me to a place where that I can raise awarenesses. I can bring, because I can raise a cart in the street, but then again, it probably bring more you know awarenesses if I wrote in a cardboard in the street, right? But I want to know, what is the point of y'all keep doing magic on me? Because you have people still recording me. I'm not stupid. You have people still recording me every time that I say something. People still want me to be in isolation and stuff like that. You want the same thing to happen, but you expect different results. There is no way that I can trust anybody in my life at this point. There is no way, not even some spirit, some entity, because I was already told that to protect myself. I was already told to protect myself, because I know you have a she wolf shape shifting, these energies and stuff like that, that try to I'm not a part of what you guys going on. Y'all cannot, I said it very loud and clear. The new law that I put my signature on is that in the ethers and stuff like that, they are not allowed to bullying earth angels, innocent people who said no to them. They are not allowed to do these type of things. And then they're not allowing to force somebody into something like that. This is not how the universe is supposed to work. I have to write a lot of scrolls. I've been writing a lot of scroll talk, because this is not how things supposed to be. You cannot force somebody to be in a relationship with you. You cannot try to. So let's imagine, okay, um, these people doesn't have to be in the same room. They can just like, okay, hey, I'm calling Dave here, and I'm calling Anthony here. Let's call Sean here, and I'm just throwing names out there, okay? Spirit just throwing names out there. Okay, I don't know any Sean, I don't know any Dave, I don't know any of Anthony, I don't know none of these people like that. Okay, I'm just hey, we're gonna do this and stuff like that. So these people and stuff like that, literally having sexual encounter, and then just sending that energy towards you, and then you felt like you got a thief that is sitting there, is try to take, he try to be in your sacral chakra, taking from you. That isn't right. That isn't right. You got your things going on. People doesn't go, you creating whatever you create, that's your own. Whatever you create, that's your own. You have the freedom to live the life you want. And people want to know how I know certain things. I know a lot of things because the deities they are using, dark or light, they're also sitting there, keep coming on my energies and stuff like that. Like even some of deities that like they told like, oh, we're just gonna protect her, but that's not what they're coming and do. They're coming in my energies, just so they will find out what I know and what's going on. So once they come and stuff like that, I know what these people are doing. I know what the entities are doing. I know, what they are doing, whether I know the person or not. I know what they are doing. But like I say, I don't know none of these people. I don't know what kind of business they got going on. I just know what they're doing because a lot of them come on my energies. And a lot of these peoples and stuff like that do magic periodically on me and stuff like that. We have deities, entities doing magic. They're not all human being. People try to attacking me for things that I didn't know. And I'm not even involved in this nonsense. I moved to an apartment. When I moved to the apartment because I wanted to remove myself from where I was from stalking. So I was like, okay, I can heal and yada yada and so on. I had no idea and stuff like that. This was gonna be the most, traumatized things that I want in my life. I chose healing. Again, I chose healing. You know why I chose healing? Because it's a one-sided situation. It's a one-sided. I'm being attacked, bullying, do everything else, and then they try to use legal, legal things and stuff like that on top of it. Do I know who's using these legal things? I had no idea. That's what I'm saying. Hey, God, miracle child. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I know. Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, let me say this. The better days are really here. Okay. The better day are really here. So I appreciate it. The better day, my better days, and a lot of people better days. My brothers and sisters and stuff like that went through the same thing. Their day are already here. Oh, honey, I do that. I do that. I do a little bit of Tai Chi, a little bit of, exercise. I work, I run. So you know what, by the grace of God, I got this. I sing, I dance and stuff like that. I'm not going to let me tell you, God did not give me that kind of strength for me to commit suicide. I'm not gonna do it. It say a dog that is scared barks. So I felt like if you're afraid of me speaking out about what happened to me, I'm not gossiping about nobody. Why would you be taking it upon yourself to try to involve me in situation? You have me followed and stuff like that. Even for any type of family, ex friends, for or or whatnot, you have a problem with me, come to me and talk to me about it. Again, like I say, I'm not a saint, but I'm not going to sitting there just because, like, you being in, you have a military family, you using your golden power to say, oh, you know what, I'm going to, I will tell the military, the government some type of lies so they can follow you and things like that. Because if you get into some legal situation and stuff like that, I mean, exactly, but nobody should get mad about, because it's not about them. So why would you take it upon you and stuff like that to use your power? Use your power for good. So if I spoke, wanted to drain someone energy and stuff like that, that's illegal. Wanted to do this type of things to people, again, it is illegal. I don't feel like this is the right, I don't feel like this is right. you know this cycle have been closing, and in January they started again. It's like every time God closes, these people was like, and God is keep reminding me like, oh yeah, my people are rebellious. My people are rebellious. And then, so now, I get to a point, I've been praying, I fast, I pray, I meditate, I do everything that I can and stuff like that to let people know I'm not going anywhere. But when it's come for me and stuff like that, I have to take time, to heal. I have to take my own personal time to heal, because it doesn't. But then God, has reminded me, you have to keep speaking, because you know, all the one before you, they had to go through things, while and then still try to heal at the same time. Because, I cannot say I'm gonna be healed 2, 3 years from now. That's when I'm going to, to speak. So, I can save one lives and stuff like that. If I save one life today, that's mean there's 5, 10 lives that save ahead, because that one person gonna tell somebody, somebody else gonna tell somebody, somebody else going to tell somebody. Like I say, I'm not in competition. When I started my channel, I realized it had nothing to do with my channel, because that was my first thing. I thought it had something to do, but I realized it has nothing to do with my channel. It has just been with, like, hatred, envy, jealousy, like I said here, because I'm not talking to any of my exes. I'm not gonna sitting there calling them, because all of them was acting, shady some shape or form. So I know that, as per me, if somebody has come towards me and say, hey, we are investigated such and such and stuff like that. So we want you, I'm not even going there to give the full details, but I'm gonna be like, you know what? I can't give you any information about this person and stuff like that. We work together, we broke up, the end. I'm not gonna be in my ego and be like, oh, he was a cheater, he was a liar, he was a manipulator, he was this and that and a third. Oh, uh my child and stuff like that, for instance and stuff. And then the worst thing that happened is doing magic on my children and stuff like that, to make them think like I'm a bad person. Let me tell y'all something. This is one thing that I don't want to put out there. My oldest daughter she was going through stuff. you know I had just started it. Yeah, I had just started receiving money on my channel. And I had, the first person that I gave her some money was her. The first person that I gave her some money was her. She was going through some stuff. Again, I'm not like that. I don't like to put my business or family out there. She needed some help and stuff like that, without any regard and stuff like that. I give her over $5,000 within 2 months, to making sure that she didn't get, she get whatever that was going on in her life. I'm not going to put her business out, because that's my child. But people making look like I'm a horrible person, I'm a horrible human being. They keep saying, things. I had 2 boys with my ex-husband. And again, it's not me try to telling his business. I have never told this man not to see those boys. I have, one thing about me and stuff like that, I have never opened my mouth telling him he cannot taking care of his kids, nor see him. But he chose not to. and I chose to taking care of them by myself without no child support. And right now, I don't need a penny from him. I don't need a penny from no exes. I don't need nothing. I don't need no money from nobody. I can work to do what I need to do. But since I felt like, they've been doing this little childish game and stuff like that, try to breadcrumbing the boys and stuff like that. I have my one of them is 21 years old. 21 years old. I taking care of them by myself. So if you're gonna lie on me and stuff like that, if you're gonna say things about me, this stuff, at least to stand up and say something that actually happened. Don't making up stuff. Don't making up stuff. I taking care of my children. I'm not gonna sitting like I said. I'm not gonna lie on no family or nobody and things like that, because it's not gonna get me no bonus point with the Lord. But I have taken care of the family. I have family that did not have places to stay, and they come in and live with me with their children. I say, okay. I have children that live with me that don't need to. I say, okay. Everybody, strangers that I don't even know, they said, can I stay with me? I say, okay. You know, everybody want you to, tell everything that's happening to you in your life and stuff. It doesn't make you not heal. It's just like, people want to know more understanding. If you closing my channel, you barely want my channel to view. I keep telling you the stories, but you don't even want people to hear what I got to say. People are using, their strong arm and stuff like that. They afraid that I might be go talk to somebody. I might be able, the worst thing about this and stuff like that. There's news people in news anchor that know about my situation. They're blindsided and stuff like that, because there was an investigation that's going on my behalf. So it's kind of like, oh, we investigated her, but we don't want the situation to come out yet because we investigated her. But what the freak she do to you? Do you actually have proof that I actually did something? Because there is no way in this planet. There is no one in this planet. You will be sitting there like, oh, we have a book on her and stuff like that. Right. But you did a background check that take a month and a week that come up with nothing. I live in two states. Like I said, I'm not going to sitting there airing everything that's happening, because like I said it, I said it again. If my family saying anything about me and stuff like that, how do you know that's true? Because I do not live with them. I barely live with my mom. I barely live with my father. I took care of my little sisters and brothers when we were a child. I met them again when I was coming to the US in 92. I was barely a teenager when I didn't see my brothers and sisters. And when the time they saw me again, I was 18 years old. I don't even these people that you're so called, they are family, but it's not like we're sitting there sipping tea. Say we grow up in the same house, we're drinking tea and things like that. Why would I say anything about them? Make it make sense. When we're young, we make mistake, but there's a point you take responsibility, accountability for your action. I have done that. I have done that. And there's some more information, when it's come to what's going on in this life, what's going to happen, what happened, what will happen in the near future. But if you're not looking to it and stuff like that, you're focused on me, you're 24/7 and stuff like that, focused on me. So if I'm sitting on the womb and stuff, I'm sitting in the womb, I have to remind myself, like, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. You're not going to isolate me, because when y'all isolated me, all these people coming in doing stuff like that, they're all and stuff like that coming in, they're wanting the same place that I am and stuff like that, just so they can draining my energy, just so they can harvesting my energy, just so they can see if they can end it my life quickly, just so they can doing, like, sex magic on me, love spell on me. So y'all try to be like, oh, if the airplane keep following her, or the cars keep following her, she's gonna have to go in isolation and stuff like that until the end. Until the end. 911 right now. 911. You see, 911 at 911, 911. So my point is that I'm making is that y'all wanted something to happen and stuff. Would you be able to live with yourself? What you gonna do? Give me a serenade and stuff like that? If one of these people if God decided he want to let them succeed, you're gonna give me what? You're gonna serenade me and stuff like that for being a good, official? That's what you're going to do? Or you're just going to go in your corner and be like, oh, you didn't know what happened? No one is can devalue me, tarnishing my name, tarnishing my reputation and stuff like that. I don't do any readings, because where I am in the womb, they still do recorded me. They still view me, because I can see the little things that has, the minute that I realized that I was being watched, I was being watched and listening to and stuff like that. I heard they try to remove some of the camera. They want to put them back. I heard the noise where there was we move it and stuff like that. It's only two places there that it's located where you can see that where they put the camera. I can see that. I'm not stupid, but it don't bother me because I have nothing to hide. Like I say, I told y'all over and over, I will cut cords. I will cut cords because I don't know who I'm dealing with. So I cut to anything that I don't know. I cut the cords to whatever that's not serving my highest good. I'm not hurting anybody. I don't want to deal with whatever that's not serving my highest self. I'm cutting the cords. I say that that's what I do. I do cleansing bath if I can. I'm not hurting anybody for trying to taking care of myself. Because you're literally try to, you have people that, I don't know what is this people, lawyer, we have psychologists try to come in and using, try to exploited me mentally, psychologists, psychiatrists, and on those things like that. So if I'm going to go through all this and stuff like that, you have people exploited me and stuff like that, and then you're sitting there be like, oh, we want her to be in that freaking be in isolation in the womb and stuff like that, stay in a damn womb, sitting there and stuff like that. Have people that try to trafficking me, not just sexually but financially, and then once I say something and stuff like that, you're like, oh, you have, I can telling you, I saw people sitting in this parking lot doing magic. People still hiring people to do magic. For what? Me doing the reading is not because of, I'm not doing it because I'm not getting view. I'm not doing it because I'm being exploited. I'm being trafficking. So it's just like I'm doing it and stuff like that. Someone is taking, whatever that I do, they record it and stuff. So, oh, this is what they do. Whatever that I record, they took it, and then they have some a group of people on YouTube that give my video a thumbs down, so that way that my video won't view. So that way they will take whatever that I make, they will try to get paid for my work. They will get paid for my work while I if and then they told YouTube not to let my video views by giving it a thumbs down. So they have their group give it a thumbs out, and then while they get pay of it because they felt like whatever that I'm doing is the right things. And before I remove myself from this, from the channel, I want to say this: everybody's healing is their own responsibility. If you are in a relationship with somebody, you are a relationship. I'm not in relationship with somebody. I'm not married with somebody. I'm not going to marry with somebody anytime soon. I have no intention getting involved in any type of crappy relationship anytime soon, especially what's going on in the world right now. It's not because my heart is broke or my heart is not open or and things like that. It's because it's called being cautious, that and when a relationship come in, the fact that somebody think like they want me to wait for a relationship. I did not say that I wanted a relationship, so I don't understand the purpose that somebody is trying to having an entity to monitor me from getting into relationship and stuff like that. You having my children suffering, they're looking down on me. They're looking down on me and not taking care of them. They're looking down on me. As a single parent, I took care of my children. Now they are looking down on me because they felt like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. But they think like all of these things that happen, it's in my mind. Do you know how sad I had to take that with a grain of salt to heal my heart, to realize that that's not true, to realize that that's not true. So you're doing magic, try to stop me from working, try to stop me because you felt like if I'm doing my purpose, if I have to do my purpose, that I have to involve myself in this sexual relationship group, and things like that, while the women feed the devil and stuff like that, and then the men become wealthy, and then we become depend on the devil. That was the energies that I get. That was the download that I get because these entities keep coming on my energies. You, whomever these energies, y'all are cool. You're evil. Why would I want to sitting there? That's just me sitting there feeling, because after this and stuff like that, I'm gonna focus on my purpose. After tonight, this is me. I'm releasing everybody. You wanna sitting there in a toxic situation, you can call the whole army. I am one person. I'm not afraid. Whether you call the army from from Washington or you call the army from the underworld, I'm just gonna tell all of you, excuse me, move out the way. My father and I got work to do because this nonsense you'll continue doing, it's just nonsense. That's all it is. That's all it's going to be because people felt like, you know, because of it's not because of money has nothing to do with being happy. If I'm not in a relationship with, you want to be in a relationship with me but you married, so you're gonna try to be in cocoon with your wife and stuff like that. And I wanted to say that if you are in a relationship, your wife telling you, oh, okay, it's okay, baby, you go ahead and you know what, this is, you can do this. um I approve you try to set her up. I approve you try to set her up. She's a karmic because they know, um if a true love or a twin flame that is healed will never telling you that you need to set up another woman to pretending that you love this person. That you're gonna tell if your wife telling you that, oh, it's okay to tell another woman you still love them, you in love with them and stuff like that. But just because you want to set them up, you want to set the other woman is for money, and you guys are not even in a relationship and stuff like that, this woman is a karmic. Just know that you are dealing with a karmic. I have a lot of download, a lot of healings. I'm, like I say, I'm challenge y'all to heal yourself, repenting yourself. You don't need to sit in there broadcasting everything. This should be between you and God. Instead of you coming after people and stuff like that, tell the truth and stuff like that, look within. Look within. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking within, Natasha. I'm looking within myself. I'm not going to sit here judging people because you did that and the things and stuff like that. That's your life. If you chose to be in those kind of polyamorous relationship, sexual, I don't even know what this new energy is called and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure there will be a name for it. Whatever these energies people start doing for money now and stuff like that, it has nothing to do with me. I don't want to be a part of it and stuff like that. I shouldn't be forced. So there was the new scroll that I wrote that went to the eaters. So I am hoping it's been approved. We human and 3Ds or deities below or devil, whatever, Satan, as above, so below, they are not allowed to force people into situation they don't want to be in. They are not allowed to shift in onto people energies. They are not allowed to, because I did not know this. I did not know anything about what is it to inserted in energies on people body. But this is like literally spiritual rape. It's just that somebody do the magic and then the energies just go. I don't know how they do it, how it happened. The only thing is that I can feel in my throat or my nose when the energy is feel like a little sting in my throat, or it's feel like a little sting like on my nose. This, because when they're not sending it in people foods, they are sending it literally, the energy is just going through your nose or in your mouth and stuff like that, just like that. So this is not telling on other people. This is what been happening to me. This is not in my mind. This is not a mental thing. This ish happened. Somebody, people say things happen, right? They say, oh, you sick. Somebody vandalized my car. Where I was, I parked my car, because I couldn't find no parking. There was extra parking. I parked in the extra parking. Somebody literally vandalized my car. They put a fish by my door. They make a fish, vandalize my car, key my car and make a fish. So you telling me this is in my head. So my point is that I'm making is stuff. All of these things happen, you know, you think like, okay, wow. As for me, it's almost people did not know that, I love my family. I love my children. I will never want anything to happen to them. I have nothing bad to say about my family, my children. I have nothing bad to say about them. I have nothing bad to say about them, because unless that I know physically they actually involved in what happened in my life, because people want me to say things I'm not. Even if I do, there is nothing for me to do, because if a family member lie on me, guess what? You know how they say every child left behind? Well, not everybody will go with you where God, in the promised land. God has already told me. Matter of fact, I probably have strangers go with me. The ancestors that staying with me, they will reincarnate it go with me. The one who doesn't do, they're gonna stay where they are. They will reincarnate it, but they are going to be in a different plane with where I am. So people need to have, some type of understanding. Yes, not everybody's supposed to go with you. Money isn't everything. Because let me tell you, I am one of those people. I am one of those people. If I have a stuff like that, how people like, oh, the minute everybody of my family will benefits from me, some shape or form. But what I went through in my entire life, y'all were looking at me like, be damn, I feel sorry for you, child. But I'm not gonna give anybody that satisfaction. I'm not going to. I am not going to give everybody like for them to sit in there feel sorry for me. I'm not. God bless me. God loves me unconditional. I love me unconditional. I'm not going. If a family doesn't see my word, that's on you. Hey, I love you, bro. I love you, sis. I'll see you. I'm not going to sitting there like, try to beg any friends, family, children. No, I'm not doing that anymore. I have tried. I have tried. It's not because I don't love myself, because I believe in family. I believe in family. And I don't care how many uh people that try to do something, harass me, bully me and stuff. I'm not going anywhere. Like I said, they're going to have to take me alive. I'm not going anywhere because I didn't do anything to nobody to deserve the treatment that I get. I don't deserve that. We all was born in the upright. We all of us was born equal, but somebody felt like they are more important. Yeah, we have an airplane and helicopter flying out. We was all born in the upright. Why are you attacking me? But you're not saying anything to why you're attacking me. Nobody's saying anything for why you're attacking me. I have no idea why I'm still being attacked, because someone expecting me to say or do something. What am I supposed to do? I'm not going to. As long y'all keep sending these people to come in on my energies, God's just going to create more. They'll accumulate more karma while I accumulate good karma. That's all it is. But you're not going to send nobody to be in relationship with me, because first and foremost and stuff like that, I did never say that I was, broken, alone, that I cannot be by myself. I'm okay being by myself. I'm okay being by myself. And even if I was by myself, ain't no one going to touch me. By the grace of God, Jesus will come in before the time that he was supposed to come. And you will see the four angels. Because first and foremost, I am one of the 144s. That will be another lesson for another day. But I am one of the 144s. You will see the angels. These are not like the kind of angels that you wanna meet. I'm just tired of the bullying. Y'all got your court going on. Do y'all? Y'all got your lawyers going on. When did lawyers, these people, When do they everybody wanna come in and follow me because they wanna come in and harvesting my energy and stuff like that for their bill to pay? Y'all followed me for your bills to pay. I am not part of the sexual cult, shape shifting, she wolf. I am not part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. I do not give access for nobody to come in my energies. I do not give access or consent. I do not consent to none of this nonsense. I don't care about them. Please stay away from me and my whatever you got going on. You want investigating me, continue your investigation. This is not for me to stop you. I lead with love and light. God leading me with my spiritual team guided me. Whatever you got going on, continue doing it. But just knowing that every time you light a candle, every time you projecting, every time you using manipulation, every time you doing your magic and stuff like that, you only going downhill on your own. And at this point and stuff like that, whatever that happened and stuff like that, it has nothing to do with me. Do y'all, but leave me out of it because you're gonna follow me and stuff. Do y'all too. You see, at this point, you know how because that I realize there's a group of, there's certain group and stuff like that. I'm not going to say anything about you, but I'm just going to say, just stay away from me. Just leave me be. Do y'all. I am not part of your group. I don't want to be part of your group. I'm almost 50 years old. I don't want to be sitting there and I don't want to. Even in my early age, I wouldn't do it. I had made a promise to God. So no thank you. I'll pass. If somebody that said they want to be with me and stuff like that, they married, they lie. Stop making your wife, your girlfriend jealous and stuff like that because of me. I don't even know you. Stop. That's childish. Why would you want to do that and stuff? And then these women, you're making these women attacking me for no reason. I don't even know you. I don't even know yours. Stop doing that. Once I learned about like exchanging body fluid, when I heard about certain things and stuff like that. If I wanted to be, if I wanted to be swinging all over the place and stuff like, guess what? I'm like, nah, I can't do it. I know me. So stop trying to involve me in situation. Stop making up stories. Stop lying. Tell the truth. This is the full moon. And I pray the God and stuff like that. The truth come out. 9:33 in the clock. Jesus say, baby girl, I got you. I got you. I got you. Stop lying on me. Stuff like I tell the truth instead of sitting there lying on me. And I'm going to leave this like in right here. Stop lying on me. Stop lying to your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, and the 3,000 chicks y'all got going on. And God, I don't want to be a part of it. Y'all do y'all. Y'all do y'all. But please stay out of my life because that I have done nothing to you for you felt like you need to bully me. Because I don't want to be part what you got going on. What you're doing is wrong, is diabolical, it's cruel, it's unhuman. It's unhuman. It's unfortunately that you gotta go through all of this, doing all of these things to one person and not seeing it's wrong. You see, I'm not, talking about you victimize me. I'm just telling you, stop doing this to people. Look in the mirror. Anyway, don't worry. I'm not gonna project it anything to anybody. I do not wish anything bad to happen to anybody. I do not hold grudges, no hatred, no envy, no jealousy, because I have faith in God. I have trust in God. Because I told God to use me, because guess what? I told God to use me. When he said go, I go. When he says sit down, I sit down. When he says speak, I speak. Bully me is not gonna help. Doing all of these things is not gonna help. It's not gonna make your life better. All right, guys. You guys have a great, great night. I hope you guys listen to this with an open heart. Open-minded, clear your heart. Know that this is not to scare anyone, but this is like information that everyone needs to help them that's going through something or not, because they might know someone that is going through the same thing I'm going through. So, good night. I love you guys. And this full moon, release, release, release. Release whatever that's not helping you, release it and let go. Mwah.